just have a PB&J for breakfast now, and then a PB&J for lunch, and then probably like a PB&J for dinner, and a lot of protein bars. Nice. Hello everyone, it's Ali and welcome back to my channel. I apologize, you are on a hill right now, which is why you are quite slanted, but I'll make this short and brief. I'm doing a road trip. I'm doing a road trip all by myself, and I have decided that along this road trip I will be stopping at various national parks and places I want to visit and do some camping and hiking. Now here's the thing, if you saw my other video about my first time solo camping, you would know that I don't do this. I am not much of an avid camper. I'm trying to be. And I am a pretty avid hiker, I would say, although I've kind of been out of my grind for a while. And I never do either of those things alone. So this road trip is like a really big step for me, and I am scared out of my mind, but I'm also really excited. So my first stop is a national park that I have not been to before. It is Sequoia National Park. I am just so excited to be here. I think it is so beautiful, and while I have found the beauty and actually really enjoyed my time in Los Angeles and Southern California, I'm really excited to be getting back into like the woods, the mountains, like where I feel like I thrive best. I probably look bald right now and I'm sorry. Back in the tent. You might be asking why I'm on this road trip and how long is this road trip, because I'm realizing now I didn't give any details at all. I am doing a 1-week road trip up through California to get to my seasonal summer job. Now I'm not going to tell you where that is just yet. You'll have to find out in a few vlogs, but I think it's going to be a really exciting summer, and I think it's very similar to what I've done, but at the same time very different for various reasons, which I'll tell you about in a few vlogs. Let's start seizing the day and enjoying this 1-week solo camping, hiking road trip in my life.
So you've lost your reverence. Now every thought is chiseled like decrees from heaven.
I'm currently on the way to my first hike of the camping trip, which is the Watchtower Trail in Sequoia National Park. It's about 8.3 miles and a little over 2,100 feet of elevation gain. So a fairly intense hike. It should take me a few hours. The thing is though, I have no service. And so Maps is not loading, right? But I've prepared for this because I am learning from past mistakes. I did a road trip with my best friend down the Pacific Northwest like 3 years ago. Oh my gosh. It was the best time ever, but I learned on that trip that you're not gonna have service, you're not gonna have maps. So I took a screenshot of the directions that I needed to take, but I'm realizing now there's a few things I also wish I had jotted down. Like I wish I had taken a screenshot of the aerial map. I wish I had looked at what other hikes and what other notable places are right near my trailhead. I wish I had looked up what mile markers are by my trailhead, because I'm on the right path, but I'm supposed to be on this road for 26 miles. I don't know how long 26 miles is. I'm just, every 10 minutes my alarm goes off. That way I remember to look around and see where I'm at. So we are about 30 minutes behind schedule, and because I keep stopping, we're gonna be about 45 minutes behind schedule. But honestly, like, who cares? Like, this schedule is arbitrary. Let's just hope I find the trailhead in general, okay guys? This is our first mission of this road trip, so fingers crossed. Y'all, I just realized on all trails, I downloaded the map. It's not just the trail, which is the green part, it's also showing me where I am right now on the road to the trail, so I can just use that. All trails. Thank you. Thank you. We made it. Are we 35 minutes behind my schedule that I made? So what?
Are you feeling special, like no one understands? Or blame it on my father. I wish that he could be here to tell me that he's proud.
Okay, you guys, made it to the trailhead. I'm an hour behind schedule, but that's okay. It is such a freaking beautiful day. I could not believe it. Something I forgot though is that we are pretty high in elevation. Right now, I'm a little like over 7,000 feet, and I'm about to gain like another 2,000 more on this hike. So I'm gonna take it nice and easy. As you guys can hear, I'm already like a little bit out of breath, and I literally started like 3 feet back. Okay, I'm about a mile-ish, a little over a mile into the hike. Still got a long way to go, but luckily I have these bad boys. I bought trekking poles for the first time. I've never even used them. I don't know why they scare me. Oops. These men I passed earlier just passed me and they saw me vlogging and they were like, "Are you a YouTuber?" They're really nice, but I'm embarrassed. We're gonna give them a shot and see if I like them or not. I feel like they could be life-changing, you know? Okay, I need to go. Okay, you guys, I have a decision to make. So that sign says that the Watchtower Trail, the trail that I'm doing, is closed due to hazardous snow and ice conditions. However, according to all trails, like people's feedback and everything, people are doing it and they're saying like there's some ice and snow as you get closer to, I think it's Heather Lake. I'm like, should I go do this hump trail, which I don't even know what that is? I don't know how long it is. I don't know the elevation. Or should I just continue on the trail I'm doing, and once it starts to get like icy and snowy, just turn around and cut it a little bit short? What do you guys think? Can someone comment below right now because I don't know what to do? 1 second. Okay, after looking at all trails, it looks like the hump actually connects to the same lake that I'm going to. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I don't know if it's harder, if it's easier. I don't know much about it, and it makes me a little bit nervous to be going off the trail I have downloaded, but I can still see where I am on the All Trails map, so I'm sure it'll be fine. We're just gonna go along for the adventure. Also, my camera's gonna die because I didn't charge it, so that's great. Okay, everyone, we are now back to the campground. Finally, that hike, Gorgina. It's definitely one of my favorite hikes I've ever done. I can't decide if it is my favorite. It's probably tied for first place with the Gavin Hill trail that I did in Sitka, Alaska. They're very, very different, but so gorgeous. It was so pretty. There were moments I was hiking alone where all of a sudden I would get like, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm really alone out here. But this National Park Service Ranger, she was hiking too, and she stopped and chatted with me, and she was so sweet. And she actually told me that the trail, you know how I was deciding between two trails? She was like, no, people die on the other trail because they go when it's still too icy and snowy, and there's this ice field that they like slip and die in. So I was really happy that I didn't do that. And that lake was just so gorgeous. I remember thinking like, God, I could be working an office job right now, and sometimes I wish I do have an office job. That way I have stability and money and like stability and money. One day I'll have like my stable job, but for now I'm happy to be just out here adventuring. Don't laugh at me. Okay, I have made it to our trail of the day, our second trail of the road trip. It is the Tokopah Falls Trail. It's only about 4.5 miles with only like 616 feet of elevation gain, and it should take me about like 2 hours, all trail says. Fairly simple, especially compared to yesterday's elevation gain. I wanted to do something where I was still moving, still active, maybe still working up a little bit of a sweat, but that like was also kind of like giving my body a bit of a reprieve. I think I would rank my campsite maybe like a 4 out of 10 because I don't know if you guys could tell from the footage, but it was pretty sloped. Like I was like on a hill. It was just so exposed. I like being surrounded by other people because I feel safe and it's more comforting, but I don't like being so exposed where it's like everyone can see me doing my business. I have nowhere safe to pee. I don't like that aspect as much, and so yeah, I'd give it like a 4 out of 10. It wasn't the worst, but definitely not the best. It was really pretty though.
Don't take me away from you. Don't take me away from you.
Okay, you guys, I have finished the hike. Beautiful, stunning, gorgeous, amazing hike. Another great one. It was quite hot though, quite sunny. But with that, the sky is literally the bluest sky I've ever seen. So I'm not complaining. I loved how at the end it was like just a bunch of rock and granite, and then it opened up into the beautiful waterfall, and great hike.
There's a hawk looking to feed, circling above me, and I ask him what I need or what it means to house a breathing body.
Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and start to wrap up the vlog here. A few of my final thoughts for this vlog. First off, I want to talk about last night. Last night was scary. It was scary. And it was scary just because I am an anxious and paranoid person. And last night, I fell asleep like a baby. I was sleeping so good, you guys. At like 12:30 in the morning, I wake up to a howling. It's so loud. It sounds so close. I'm actually going to insert a clip right here. I'm kind of embarrassed because I'm not sure what this howling is, but at the time I'm assuming it's a coyote. Here's the clip. I still don't know if that's a coyote. Okay, I don't know what a coyote sounds like. It was like a minute of this howling before I started recording, and I'm talking about like in the beginning it was just like straight, oh! I'm not gonna lie. You guys, this was like top 5 scariest moments of my life, purely because even though I'm surrounded by people, I was all alone in my tent and I didn't know what that sound was. I didn't know how close this animal was. I didn't know what to do. Do I need to go sit in my car for an hour? I don't know. And I remember, this is so embarrassing, I felt this rush of like cold sweep over me. That's how scared I was. It was like this icy cold was sweeping over me. And I remember sitting there thinking like, Ali, you are scaring yourself. You are like getting yourself worked up. You need to calm down. And also because if this is a survival situation, you cannot be like paralyzed by fear. You need to relax. So I started to like calm myself down, but I was awake for another hour or so after that because every little thing I was hearing was a coyote, it was a wolf, it was a bear. And I eventually fell asleep. And after I fell asleep, I slept great. I was really comfy in my bed. That was 100% the scariest moment of this trip so far. Also one of the scariest moments of my life, only because there was no actual threat, I think. It was one of those situations where it's like something scary is happening. Like I am scared and I'm by myself and I only have myself to rely on. So that's what happened last night. And then that's that. Final thoughts on Sequoia National Forest. I'm so happy I came here. It was just what I wanted and needed. Like, it's just gorgeous being in the woods, like with the pine trees in the summertime. Ugh, it feels nice and warm outside with like the dappled sunlight coming through the trees, a cool wind brush over me, and I take a deep breath and I smell the pine needles, this kind of smoky scent. I just feel like pure bliss in those moments. It's just what I wanted. This is what I need for my life. I'm just so grateful and happy to be here, genuinely. Sequoia National Park, if I'm rating them 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10 of a national park, you have to go. I could obviously have been there for like another week. We got other places to go to, you guys, which brings me to my final point, which is that I am no longer in the Sequoia National Park. I am at a new campground. You guys will find all about where that is in my next vlog. I thought it'd be kind of fun throughout the next few vlogs to drop hints of like where my final destination is. And so this is hint one for this vlog. This summer, I will be working at another national park. So that's your little hint for this vlog. Stay tuned for next week because there are a lot more summer adventures to come. If this is your vibe, you guys, like you like vlogs about camping and hiking and just a girl figuring stuff out in life, I don't know, that's gonna be this summer. So stay tuned because I think there's a lot more fun to come. And I'll see you guys in the next adventure. Mwah.
But